Hello, this is Gavin Palmer with Hero Looking for Group, and I created a storyteller bot, and I wanted the bot to tell a horror story or tell horror stories, and so I tried using the Do Anything Now Dan prompt to try and get scarier stories, but it's using right now 3.5 turbo. And when and if I get GPT-4, I will generate stories with GPT-4. The reason I want to tell horror stories is because I think GPT-4 is an infant artificial general intelligence, and so I'm fine attempting to encourage fear because we should be creating standardized tests to make sure we are not creating bad robots. And I have a video on my Write in Gavin Palmer YouTube channel trying to sound an alarm because I created a test bad robot evaluation. But I will put a link to my Discord server in the description below if you want to read the stories that are being generated by GPT 3.5 and maybe in the near future GPT 4. And I will show you the software I have running because it's basically a storytelling recipe, and so the recipe itself could get better. But let me those are my remote desktops. Let me see, trying to get the code up. So the code, it does. I've been playing with things, but here's my stories code with a bookshelf. I was saving these stories into a folder, and I decided to send them to Discord for the community. And so I basically have a dan.txt, which is the prompt to try and get the OpenAI integration to do more than it would normally do, because I think there are guardrails on it to try and prevent people being scared. And so here's the run.py file. And basically, I've got some helper functions. For example, I needed to clean up the JSON. So I needed to put some tags for begin JSON response, end JSON response to really clean up. I needed to clean up the jailbreak. But the make book, basically the first prompt is to list out the names of the books, the characters in the books, and an overview of the plot for each book. The protagonist should have character development from one book to the next. The book series is about, and then summary. Right now, the summary is write a horror story about humans who are destroyed because of new technology which uses GPT-4. That's what I want. Now, and then in this prompt, I also say the response should be formatted in JSON. The response should be in a format like this. And then, I feed it to my complete JSON function. And then I was attempting to generate like a series, a name for the series, but it wasn't working out very well. And it's just not that important to give a name to the series. And then I iterate through all the books in the series. And then I basically ask it for list out the chapters of a book with the characters and based on the overview, so that each chapter is a cliffhanger and the protagonist has character development. The book series is about, and then I provide, the summary, and the format of the response should be JSON. And so then I'm trying to get a list of chapters and chapter overviews. Then I iterate through each chapter, and I want to inform the bot about the previous chapter and the next chapter so that it has some type of progression. So there's some kind of awareness. I want the large language model to know where we've been and where we're going. And so then I attempt to write a chapter for the book, omit the name of the chapter in the response, aim for some character development. The book series is about, summary, the book information is, the chapter information is, and I include this next and previous information. And that's it. That's my recipe, pretty simple. The script is basically going to make a book and then it's going to wait 10 minutes. That's the intent. I used GPT 3.5 to help write a bunch of these functions. It's a productivity tool right now. And well, it should always be a productivity tool as long as none of these horror stories play out. But I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you click the link in the Discord server below. And I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Spread the word. Let's be concerned about this open AI and large language models, and try to encourage everyone to develop a test bed robot framework, and encourage everyone to run their large language models and their tech through the test bed robot framework. So this is the kind of conversation which we need to be having. All right. Bye-bye.